Yo, it's official. Finally, Spinning Yarns has its first ever sponsor. I'd like to make a big shout out to Stan and Carly from Club Physical Kara for hooking us up and being the first ever official sponsor for the Spinning Yarn show. So let me tell you guys a story. A few years ago, I was the heaviest that I've ever been in my entire life. I was 150 kgs, unmotivated, low self-esteem, bro. I was physically unhealthy. I was a big boy. And the first step I ever did to make change was step into Club Physical. Every single day, 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, I stepped in that gym and I made the steps that I had to do to be the best me that I could ever be. And if it wasn't for Club Physical, bro, I'll probably still be that 150 kg, unmotivated, low self-confidence, freaking big boy from Kara. So how's about that? The best gym coming out of Kara, sponsoring the best podcast coming out of Kara. It's a match made in heaven. So I'm encouraging our listeners to go down to Club Physical and, bro, make that change, brother. So again, a big shout out to Stan and Carly, Club Physical Kara, for helping a brother out and sponsoring our show. Bro, Club Physical, where you belong. Oath, brother, oath. Brother, what's that, brother?
Spinning Yarns, the best podcast coming out of Kara. Listen to the full episodes on all streaming platforms. Chirp!
Kia ora. Welcome to Spinning Yarns, the best podcast coming out of Kara, sponsored by the best gym coming out of Kara, Club Physical.
Yes.
My name is Mr. Pierce Penny Whittyport, and I'm here with a very, very special guest. He is the inaugural Aotearoa Wrestling heavyweight champion. He's carving it up in the pro wrestling game at the moment. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, brother.
Schischka.
Schischka.
Yeah.
I always call you
Pat. Pat's all good, bro. Yeah.
None other than he was the first ever Aotearoa Wrestling heavyweight champion. Back then, Warrior Wrestling heavyweight champion. He's been carving up in the game. Veteran in the game. None other than Pat Schischka. Hey, smart, bro.
Built for carnage, baby.
Carnage.
Built for carnage.
So first off, bro, how did you get your start into, what attracted you to pro wrestling, bro?
I'll answer that question in two parts.
Two parts.
One, my older brother.
Yep.
He got me into it. Raised Catholic family and everything, you know. So one time when my parents were out, he was showed me and my other brother. He's like, yo, Pat, watch this. It was SummerSlam 1997. He recorded it off Channel 4. And then we watched that, and then I've been hooked ever since.
Was SummerSlam 97, because I'm a millennial, so I was born in 98, so I was born in 97, bro.
Dude, it was during Attitude Era had peaked and everything. It was where Stone Cold got dropped on his head and broke his neck. But that whole show, the start, they had some of the best opening videos, and that attracted me. Ken Shamrock loses he gets hit he has a match with British Bulldog, and then he gets dog food smeared all over his face, and then he just loses his. Can I swear?
Yeah, you can swear.
Yeah, he loses his shit, and then he just beats the crap out of Bulldog, and then he beats the crap out of all the refs because So that kind of got me hooked.
Yeah.
That was the first thing, and then the second, that got me hooked. One time, a few years later, when I was watching it with my brother, I was like, how cool would that be to do this and get paid for it?
Yeah.
And he looked at me with the most serious face.
Yeah.
And he's like, you could do it, bro.
Yeah. Because were you always a big kid?
Nah.
Oh, true.
Nah. I was always scrappy.
Yeah.
Real scrappy.
You got that look to you?
Yeah. Real angry, red, you know. But another thing, that's what kind of. I was once he said that, I never really shook it. Yeah. But then the thing is, because some people will tell you, I don't know why, I talked to some of my students, some of the guys that I train for Warrior, and then I asked, why do you want to wrestle? Seriously, why? My reason was, two things, it was to do it for fun, get paid, but it was more so that time when my brother said, you can do it. Yeah. At the time, I thought this was the coolest thing on earth, the best form of entertainment.
Yeah, it still is.
And my thing is, I want these people in this crowd to feel the exact same feeling that I felt when I was watching it.
Yeah, I understand it. Yeah.
So that's the reason why. Yeah.
So like, you know, back in the day, because like you were around through the Attitude Era, the peak of the Attitude Era,
Yeah,
and everything
yeah.
around it. Me, I was like, I got into it like around about 2003.
Yeah.
Like in the Ruthless Aggression era and everything like that. Like, did everyone know you as like, I'm the wrestling guy? Like, I get into wrestling. Were you a closeted wrestling fan?
Nah, never. So pretty much what happened was because it was my brother who because he'd stay up late and it was on Channel 4, he'd record it onto VHS, then we'd watch it later. Then around like 2001, it was no longer on Channel 4 and then it went onto Sky.
Sky, yeah.
We never had Sky growing up. So there was no way of watching it, so I just stopped watching. And it was only when I was had like a detention kind of I wasn't a class clown, but just you say you just not paying attention in class. And I just remember this specifically. I got like sent into like the spare room by the science teacher with this other guy, and then we started talking about wrestling, and it was like 2004. So from like 2001 to 2004, I wasn't watching at all. And then I talked.
That's a long time.
Yeah. And then I talked to my mate, and then we just started talking about wrestling, and then he's cluing me in. And he's telling me like, yo, Bradshaw's the champion at the moment.
You're like, what?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, and I'm thinking APA.
Yeah, you're like, what?
I'm like, yo, long black hair. I'm like, oh, yo, that's mean. And then from then on, he starts giving me, because he's watching it on Sky, he's recording it onto VHS. And then he's like sending me the tapes of like SmackDown and Raw.
That's cool,
And then eventually I end up just going to the local video store, like $1 Tuesdays. And they had a huge catalog, and then I just like caught up on everything through that. But yeah, when I saw JBL, I hated him. Just because I was like, this is like, bro, you're a coward. You're a chicken. You used to just be real hearty. Like, you used to beat the crap out of it. Now you're just like a coward. But then, because I was just, I was on the outside. But he was doing his job perfectly. Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, that was the same thing with me when I was watching like Vicky and Edge. When I was a fan, when Vicky was like, that's Eddie. Eddie's like God. Like, passed away. He was like, Eddie's the king. He's like, and then Vicky goes to Edge. It's like, what are you doing? But being a fan, bro, that like, rediscovering wrestling and everything like that. What kind of tapped you into like New Zealand? Like, what was your first exposure to New Zealand pro wrestling? Because like, to be honest, I didn't know anything until it just popped up on Māori television randomly. I'm like, wait, what was that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what was that?
I first discovered it by accident. I was real into comic books when I was like 12, and me and my mates saved up money to go to Armageddon back when it was at the Aotea Centre. We were just roaming around because we bought like a 3-day pass, so we were there like throughout the whole weekend. And then just through one of those days, actually just like stumbled into the hall, and there's wrestling on. And I was like, whoa. But I didn't really think of it too much. But I knew that they were around. Like, after that, I knew that they were around. And then I think it was more like 2006 was when I went back to Armageddon specifically just to see if I could get a trial with them. And
And did you have like a background in sports growing up? Like, because you said you were just a scrapper, eh?
Scrap, like, just kept fighting my brothers pretty much. Played like football.
Oh yeah, like, growing on, like, was there?
Oh no, soccer. But
Football,
football is what it should be called.
Yeah. Soccer.
Yeah, and if you say the S word, it's soccer.
Soccer,
But I played that because our parents always wanted us to be into sport. And then I did start kind of getting a little bit bigger when I hit my teenage years. And then I wanted to play rugby. So I switched to rugby, got pretty good at that. Made like the first 15 squad. But didn't really play that many games, so whatever. But got like physical in that. And it was like throughout then. What was the question again?
Like, did you play much?
Yeah, that was it. But I got into wrestling. I got into amateur wrestling after I finished high school.
Oh, amateur, so you were
Because
amateur wrestler, yeah.
pretty much the whole reason I play rugby because it was nice and physical. It was real funny because I scored heaps of goals in football,
Yeah.
and then I started getting attracted to rugby, and I'm like, oh, I'll score more tries. My whole rugby career, I only scored one try, and that was when we were caning this team.
Were you a forward or back?
I was a forward, bro. It was a forward. Yeah, like first year, they're like, oh, make him a prop. Because I didn't know the rules or anything like that. Yeah, but then I ended up playing like loose forward, like 6 and 8. Like those were fun times. But after I finished, I pretty much just wanted a good resume, so I tried to be like prefect, wanted to get like first 15, or thought it meant something after school. And then after I finished, I like tried to play for a club, but I just didn't feel any passion for it, eh? And then I kept talking about wrestling because I wanted to get into IPW in like 07, same year that Hinare got into it.
Yeah.
But my parents were like, no, you're not allowed to the trials when we're going away on holiday. I'm like, they just wouldn't let me. And then I didn't hear of any trials until like 2010. Yeah, 2010. Yeah. So up until then, finished high school in like 08, and then tried to keep going with rugby. Wasn't feeling it. Kept talking about wrestling, and my parents were like, what the hell don't you just go up the road at Club Physical in Te Atatu and just do amateur wrestling? And I was like, yeah. So I did that. And that was hard. That was hard, but that was mean. That was like what I wanted. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll just freaking do this. And then after like a few months, I told the coach, I didn't know how serious it actually was, me telling him this, but I was like, I want to be New Zealand champ. Like, I want to get gold. And he's like, oh yeah. And then I wasn't working that much at the time, so I just started doing weight training with them, doing heaps of classes, friggin' murdering me that whole year. And I think it was about 8 months into that, then I get like an IPW trial. Because I kept emailing IPW and nothing came back until just one day. They're like, yeah, hey, we're having a trial on this day. It's going to be $50, do this. And that's how I got in. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear stories of like Americans getting into pro wrestling and it's like grand. $50, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Or that just for the trial?
Just for the trial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like, come on this day, trial. And then you see some people that show up and you're like, ugh. Like, freaking. Because once I got the email, I think I had like 2 months, or maybe 1 or 2 months to get ready, and I went hard in the training, real hard, because I really wanted to get in. Yeah.
No, that's mad, bro. So like, you get into there, bro.
Yeah.
You're in the end now, bro. So like, you got your opportunity and everything like that. How was it when you took that first bump, bro, or like, you know, like when you started training, like we were like, because you went into amateur wrestling, eh? And amateur wrestling is completely different, eh? You know?
Yeah. Nah, I was it was hard. I was delusional.
Yeah.
I went hard with amateur wrestling, but it wasn't until my first competition I realized, like, no, I'm not gonna have no undefeated streak. Like, you get beaten up, you lose heaps before you start winning.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a wake up call.
Yeah.
But it was the cool thing about like being a solo sport. You don't have to rely on other people. Like it's like you work hard as a forward in rugby, and then your friggin' winger drops the ball, and you're like, bro, why are you doing? There's none of that. It's all on you. It's all on you. So yeah, on that trial when I stepped into the ring, I didn't trip. I didn't trip on no ropes or nothing. I actually it was my first time being in a ring, and I was like, yeah, I belong here. Bump. Because we get taught how to break fall, that was easy. But then they slammed us. And I remember this specifically. The first time I got slammed during that trial, my butt ring was on fire. And it was such a weird feeling. And I was like, what? Because we'd already bumped. We already took just a standard bump. I was like, all right, that feels all good. But then that just was like, that felt so weird. And that was the only time that happened. But yeah.
Bro,
I just remember that just being so foreign to me.
Like, because like even now, like you know, I touched the rope, and I've never touched the ring before, bro. And I feel like this is rope. This isn't cable. Yeah. And this looks hard.
It'd be nice if there were cable.
Yeah.
It's hard on the lats. It's definitely hard on the rib cage.
It feels
but
like so. Like, it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's no springs. It's like, you know, it's a hard canvas. Like and you're getting thrown on there. You're getting thrown on this canvas like
Yep.
every day pretty much. Eh?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
It's I'm worried more about my hearing more so than my back, because I can control how I mean, it does sting.
Yeah.
I've been like, I've landed pretty high on a few power bombs, gotten winded and stuff. But my hearing that's what I'm concerned about more so than anything. I keep saying what, and not like what.
Yeah,
it's
just
legit like
what?
so many times. I'm like, one more time, because when you'll hear it. When we get slammed and all that jazz.
Yeah,
it's such a loud sound. But who's the closest to that slam?
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, so
Like you know. When
I hope
when
it's
you
not
hear
too
these-
bad.
Like, because how long you been doing this for now?
So I started in like on and off for the last 15 years. I had like a 4-year gap
Yeah.
because the scene here got like real toxic, and I was like, I don't want to do it anymore. Tried other things and it didn't work out. And then like 2018, I was like, actually, I'll go like hard, like deep. Because
Like that's crazy, bro. Like, so you've been doing this for a long time, bro. Like, what's your thoughts like about when people go up to you and say, you know, the typical things like, you know, that people say about pro wrestling, and like, you know, saying it's like, you know, fake and everything like that. What's your thoughts on that? Because that pisses me off as a fan.
Yeah.
It pisses me off as a fan. I'm like, bro, you want to see? Watch this New Jack match right here, bro. Look at this fella. He almost died, bro. Look at this. Look at New Jack jumping off the top of this balcony, bro. Like, what the hell? Like, all of this stuff. Like, shit on New Jack matches.
yeah.
What's your thoughts about when you hear that, bro? About this craft that
What the old, oh, you know it's fake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just like, my go-to was like, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't come from the future as a robotic cyborg to save us from, you know, a Judgment Day. Like, he's not an actual Terminator, bro. It's like you watch movies, you know Johnny Depp isn't an actual pirate.
Yeah, you know Hulk's not real.
Yeah. Like, seriously. You know that, and they're like, yeah, but it's different. I'm like,
It's the same thing.
it's exactly the same thing. It's just maybe they've seen like bad wrestling, or I don't know. Some people just don't want to make that connection. It's just as long people want to suspend their disbelief. And I guess maybe because maybe it's their insecurities. Because how many people have you spoken to where it's like they might put it in the whole thing as, I'm just thinking of this now, but like they get told Santa Claus is not real, but they still enjoy Christmas. It's like they feel like their intelligence is insulted, where it's like they get told wrestling's, you know, it's fixed or whatever it's a work. It's a work. But oh crap.
I get what you mean.
Yeah. Oh man, I lost my train of thought now.
I get what you mean. Like you know, the Easter Bunny. You know, there's like the Easter Bunny's around. And
Oh yeah, no. They get told, like, they always say like, oh man, like I was into wrestling when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then they say they're not into it anymore because they think they grow up.
Yeah.
But like you could still enjoy it. Yeah.
And like when
I
they were a
think,
kid, it was probably like, you know, it's kind of a backwards thing, because you see Trish Stratus up on there, like.
Yeah. Like here's an example, right? During that time when I was in high school, WrestleMania 21, my mate had the VHS, and we were watching Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels during our lunch break.
One of the greatest matches of all time.
Our history teacher let us watch it in his room during lunchtime, and it's just me and my friend watching it. Then this other teacher just comes through. She's this old lady, and she's like in her 60s or whatever, and she's looking up. He's like, "Oh, you boys are watching this? It's not even real." She stays there for the whole match. Like, she doesn't walk out of the room. She's like still watching it. So you can get captivated. Just like, don't be so sensitive, you know? Like,
I know what you mean. So what's your favorite match of one of your favorite matches of all time? Because mine is it's so basic, but it's Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kota Ibushi, Wrestle Kingdom. That's one of my favorite matches. And in WWE, it's Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I love those matches. What is your favorite match as a fan to watch?
I guess there's heaps, but the thing that instantly popped into my head was Bret Hart, British Bulldog, SummerSlam, 92.
So you're old school. You're an old school wrestling fan, like from back then.
Yeah, like even depends on the day, man. Even like Pat O'Connor versus Bob, Buddy Rogers. Pat Patterson versus Buddy Rogers. 2 out of 3 falls, 56 or 55, and it was for the NWA Heavyweight Championship, but it was the first after that fight, and it's like you might have seen the clip where Buddy Rogers is like, to a nicer guy it couldn't happen. That was like the inaugural WWF Championship.
It's so cool to hear like that you're still a fan, like you're still a massive fan, like because my thing goes up to like probably like the end of the territory days, like Magnum PA, but like not even
TA.
PA, sorry, bro. Magnum TA. I just got called out. But like that's as far as I go back. But that's even my little dabbling. Like you going back.
Yeah, no, I think you have to, because it was all WWE, but that's just like one style of wrestling. Yeah, some diehard people, one of our bosses would say that that's not actually real wrestling. And so you need to try. Me as a worker just need to try and educate myself and look at all different aspects, like British, Mexican, go old school, see what it was like when it was black and white, and because you just need to see what works, what doesn't work. You can reinvent things, bring things back. Yeah, just be a student of the game, man.
So like I want to go back. I want to go into your career, bro, because you've had a really pretty main career, bro. Especially in Altitude Wrestling, it feels different. Like I've been exposed. I've been watching New Zealand Pro Wrestling since I was in high school. As soon as I seen Sam Shaw back when he was Samuel Shaw back in the day, James.
Yes. Yeah.
Back when he was still in the tassels and everything like that.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day, that was my first exposure to New Zealand Pro Wrestling, bro. But seeing it now, brother, like this feels way different to an SPW. This feels way different to a IPW to me.
You've been to an SPW show?
I've watched it when it was on Duke, bro, back in the day.
Oh yeah,
when it was on, when Will Ospreay comes up on there.
Oh yeah.
It feels way different here, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like what's your thoughts on Altitude Wrestling?
Like us as a company?
Yeah, as a company.
Yeah, I'd say it all comes from the top down.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much just because of Hinare and his vision in terms of what he wants, and Kiwi culture as well. Like combining that with, he kind of knows what the market needs.
Straight up.
Yeah, and because there's like a lot of people who are, I'm gonna get heat for this, but it's not like it hasn't been said before, and people are doing guesswork. They think just because they've had a ring, they bought a ring, and they buy some knee pads off friggin' elucha.com, and they get some boxing shoes from Rebel Sport, and then they're like, nah, they look like wrestling stuff, and they put on some painted lycra. I'm a wrestler, and then they don't promote well, they don't train that well, but they have a ring. They have a ring, and then they do shows at like an RSA, and they think that that's enough. But
Weekend warriors.
Yeah. Guys like who haven't been trained, and that was like the wake up call for like a lot of guys. Like you look at any sport, maybe he's mentioned this before, but you look at any sport, you look at anything, you see a player, you see the coach, and then you go back. Like the guy who taught Hinare how to wrestle. Pretty much someone taught him how to wrestle, taught him how to wrestle, and it goes back to the inception of wrestling. That's pretty much it. We had that up until the 90s, late 80s, 90s, where, McMahon just made a monopoly out of it, and then New Zealand wrestling died, got resurrected. I mean, thanks.
It's a resurrection now too. It's like it's
like a resurgence, like it's getting like a renaissance. Like we're finally hitting, because we had it. Guys, just a whole bunch of guys got together, and it's real good that they did that, and they kind of brought it back, and it was real like grassroots. It was kind of Kiwi style, like number 8 wire, like we'll create our own manual. So it did create opportunities for us to kind of get started. The one thing that was missing was we really needed someone who had a hard out lineage to actually sit us down and be like, no, this is how everything is done, properly.
Yeah. I know what you mean. It's cool to see, with everything that's going on, bro. Like, it's a if you know type thing. Yeah. Like to the mainstream public, it's in New Zealand. There's they don't know. But then when you're at a show, I always
Yeah.
see over like 400-500 people. It's always packed. Like it's always
Yeah,
packed,
yeah.
bro. And I feel like now it's something different. Hey, it's like there's a renaissance, or it's a resurgence, as you said, resurgence of pro wrestling in New Zealand. Yeah, bro. So for you being a wrestler, bro, what does it feel like when you make that walk from there, bro, into the ring, bro? Have your match, like, what does that feel like, bro? When you take that bump, when you win a championship, when the crowd's up, and there's like 200 people saying boo, 200 people saying yay.
Yeah.
Like, what's the feeling of like when you're in this ring, bro? Like, what does that feel like?
I don't know. Nah, I know. I fully know. It's
How would you explain it?
It's hard to describe because the best way is like if I could put it into a bottle and sell it, I'd be a millionaire. Like the feeling you get from it, it's like I've never had heroin, but out of all the natural highs, like I never run a marathon, but I'm pretty sure what I'm doing in the ring is better than the runner's high. Like it's better than any from doing like burpees or any workout that you do. Yeah, it's just that it's it's energy, it's connection, because we are all one. As human beings, we all come from the same thing. If you believe in the Big Bang, started as a spark. Like everything's like wavelengths. It's like when you go to a concert to see, like, say you like Wu-Tang, right? You go to Wu-Tang and then all these people that are around, you have no idea who the hell they are, but we're all vibing. Like they're giving us that energy when like they're playing 36 Chambers and everyone's singing back, and you'll just grab a random person next to you that you don't know, and then you're singing the lyrics. It's that type of energy level.
I know what you mean.
That's exactly. So we're all sharing the same experience, and it's awesome because it's one thing to watch it, but to actually like give out that energy and then receive it.
Yeah, it's a different story.
Yeah.
So you guys are like the composers in a way of like
Yeah.
in Carnage, like a composer of Carnage.
Yeah.
Man, much love. So before we finish off our show, bro, because this has been an epic ass interview.
Yeah.
Like you said that you're training. You're training. You actually trained one of my bros. He showed up to one tryout and he didn't come back.
He's one of many who have done that.
He's gonna be here tonight, actually.
Oh, yo, sweet. He can come back. He can come back.
So, like, when you're looking for a pro wrestler, when you're looking for the next upcoming thing, like, do you like, oh yeah, that guy's got it, or
a lot of people have.
or like, or this guy, nah. Like, like, what are you looking for when you see people that who's caught your eye?
Yeah.
Like, what do you look for? What have been some shit that you're like, nah, this is crazy.
Gumption, bro. Like a sense of grit, because it's not easy, and it takes a while to get it, but like consistency, a lot of consistency. Aaron will tell you, like Hinare will tell you, that he wasn't the best when he started. He said he sucked. Like John Cena wasn't even the best, but you just keep hacking away at it. That consistency is going to shine through. I've seen so many guys come in and their first few roles are amazing, and I'm like, yo, you'll do mean, but they don't have the heart for it. And it's like, I was like, oh, that's a bummer. You could have been really good at this. And then there are some guys who are like, okay, but then you tell them to do 100 push-ups and a few hundred squats, and then they're like,
Is that one of the things? Like,
bro, I'm not going to trust you if you can't friggin' have you need to have a basic level of fitness. Yeah, I think there's the thing where, I hate saying the F word, but everyone thinks just because, like wrestling's like a bit of a work, wrestling's fake, then they can just show up and pretend and like make believe. But it's like, nah, bro. You have to have a basic level of our fitness level, because we're working with each other and it's dangerous. It's extremely dangerous. And I'm not. And I'm not going to trust you if you can't do the bare minimum, the bare basics. You're not coming in that ring, bro. We're not putting you on a show. Nah. Yeah.
So would you, is it like, you know, is it ring awareness over someone who can talk shit, like, you know, like a
Yeah,
yeah,
like, because I'm not, yeah, because more so here, New Zealand, with the way we're like building, it's, talking is good,
yeah,
but a lot of what we're doing is, it's still kind of grassroots in terms of like, it's all what happens in the ring.
yeah.
All what happens in there is like more important. You can learn how to talk later, or you can,
Yeah, I love that, bro. I love
Yeah.
that, bro. That's much love, brother. So, my last question before you leave, I don't want to say the last one, is, you know...
keep going. Just keep going. Doors don't open till 6. So,
What's your goal, bro? Like, do you want to be signed to, like, a bigger, like, you know, like, overseas, or do you want to be, like, here and grow this thing? Because a lot of... You got some big people, like, Fale is behind us growing this thing, bro.
Yeah.
You're in here growing this thing, and it's working.
Yeah. I'm at a weird stage, because I guess you say, like, in terms of, you never say never, you know. You never say never when it comes to getting signed with, like, bigger companies and all that jazz. But at the moment right now, just because of other things I'm doing as well as this, I'm, like, pretty comfortable, not comfortable, but, like, in a good financial position. So just building that and, like, working on my family as well. So yeah, it would be really awesome to. So like I said before, like, we had consistent wrestling back in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. My great uncle, he used to wrestle back in, like, consistently in New Zealand. Like, we had Ric Flair, Andre the Giant, Bret Hart would come here. Yeah, they'd all come here until that stuff stopped. So, like, why can't we do that again? And it'd be awesome to be a part of that, to be building that back up. So people we get, like, just build it back up. That big names want to come back here, but it's also like just build the Kiwi names as well. Yeah.
And you guys are doing a really good job. It's crazy. I walked into this room today, and I knew every single wrestler. I see that's Mr. Burns, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's Pat, that's Mike, this is crazy shit, bro. That's Connor over there. Like, he's just sitting there. Like, you guys are doing a really good job, bro, and people who are into this are loving it, bro.
Me.
So, much love, bro. So thank you for joining us today, bro. It was an epic interview, and where can we find you on social media if you do that thing?
So you can find me on Instagram at Pat Schischka. Yeah, one word. And that's the only one, really. Yeah, everything else doesn't really matter. Yeah.
All good, brother.
Cheers. Thanks, bro. Yeah.
Spinning Yarns, the best podcast coming out of Kara'a. Listen to the full episodes on all streaming platforms. Check!